EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
A good run there off right tackle. In old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old
blitz coming, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. First and 10.
At their own 26. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Here's second and 10.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, McCaffrey.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 45 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 32 yards.
And the Niners get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
There he goes left side.
Inside the 10. Touchdown,
Cowboys.
Tony Pollard, 63 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his line back out of the backfield. Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And finally marked down at the 23. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Now Purdy.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy. That's complete to McCaffrey. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They run with McCaffrey off the option.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. They'll run left with Pollard. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Second down, Prescott. He'll buy some time right.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and that was scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take...
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah. Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chilling. What's the good?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on their in-state rivals, the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Ready.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Now give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
From the 22 now, here's the second down and 9. Stroud sets up the play action. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
70, Timberwolves. Ready, ready.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Stroud and company going for it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And He's going to be taken down. Remember, he needed 4 yards, and 4 yards is going to be what he gets as they do convert here on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
They'll run on first down with Singletary.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
Ready.
They go right back to Singletary. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Hurt. Say hurt. Check. Take go.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
The way this game is going.
Well, come the fuck on. God damn.
Trippin', this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hear nothing hate to say. Let 'em talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch 'em talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on a flight, take a trip to Peru. The hop in the whip that is missing the roof. My woman a 5, just look at my boo. I'm no money, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh. I don't need much, ability to do. Ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2. I ain't